Okay, we've finished our decorated piece. So now we're going to go ahead and turn it into a sachet. And honestly, this part is so simple. You're just going to get your backing piece and put it down. I put right side down, so I'm putting wrong sides together now so that the right side is showing either side. I've decided to go with red thread because I think it'll make the decorated side look better, but white thread, I've done a few pieces where they do like the contrasting thread, and the contrasting thread looks really good too, but you have to remember your same thread's going to show on both sides. So what I'm going to do, usually you would wrap around an edge. I'm not going to do that because, again, this isn't a garment. It's probably not going to be stretched a lot, so it doesn't need quite the same durability that the seams on a garment would need. Okay, you know what, I did this backwards. I'm a person that likes to go from right to left. You will find whatever works for you. You probably want to be, you're just going to go right over and down the whole way. In this case, like, look how I tried to catch a little bit of the shape with me. That kind of helps because, as you can see, the shapes tend to jump up a little. Oops, something's catching it. Oops, I didn't love this thread, and look, it wound up into knots, but you can pull it up and get your knots out. And if you keep a little bit of tension on it, it will go through smoother as opposed to knotting up. So you can see that's about 1/4 inch from the edge. And the more you do it, it becomes second nature. And then you just go around 3 corners. Oh, look, that's where we had our little mess up. Again, the beauty of this technique is it's not necessarily expected to be perfect. If you're a perfectionist, this might not be for you, or it might be for you and you might do it perfectly. And that's even better. So I've done the one edge. I'm just gonna, nothing special on the corners because this isn't a garment and I don't need to worry about its the ability to wear it or stretch it. Liked catching the shape when I came up because that holds it down. See that here I'm holding that to keep the tension tight, and it doesn't knot up as much. And it doesn't knot up if you love your thread, which I forgot to do. Again, if you want to know the theory behind love your thread, take one of my class workshops or buy one of Natalie's books. This time, you know, I think I'm probably a little bit further than 1/4 inch from the edge, but in the back I'm kind of 1/4 inch because it didn't quite line up exactly right. So I'm going to go ahead and make my turn. Check to make sure it's all good. Ooh, I got a little close there. Hard to see because it's red on red, but I guess that is one of the things you need to be careful of, is not only knowing where your top layer falls, but where the bottom layer falls. So in this way I might even go, because the bottom layer doesn't quite come all the way to the edge of the white, I might even get a little further than 1/4 inch just to make sure I'm catching the back layer at 1/4 inch. Alright, so I've started here, so I've gone around 3 edges. So the next thing I'll do is take the sachet. Oh, I didn't catch that little guy on there. You can see how he's going to end up sticking up a little bit. I'll catch him on the way back up. So now you would take the sachet, just slide it in. Make sure you get it all the way to the edges. Kind of make sure that's good. Good, good, good. Come back around this last side. See, if you saw, that one tried to curl up underneath there because I didn't catch it the first time out. So a lot of times it's just a matter of holding things down as you stitch. And catch that little piece of it. Why not? The more you catch, the stabler everything is. Now this one I ended up coming up right at the same spot, so I'll have both of my knots on the same side. Sometimes it's hard to make a knot if there's already a knot there. I try to figure out, first of all, it looks like I'm coming up over there. Take these maybe and hold them over there. Push them down while I make the knot. Look, that knot sits right on top of the other knot and turned the tails facing opposite directions now, which is not a big deal. All just happens. Give it a little clip. And there you go. You've got a cute little lavender sachet. Thank you so much for joining me today and checking this out. Again, if you are interested, I've got a lot more projects that you could try, tote bags, journal cover kits, all kinds of things, and I'm hoping my studio will be open in January to start doing workshops because I love doing it and I love sharing it with other people.